Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Katusa Private Wian Joe. Deployments, as we know them, are normally long and hot, but a few airmen are going to a different deployed location, Korea. Air Force Sergeant Lucas Morrow talks to this pilot to find out what it's like to be deployed to the Pacific.
It's been a long day of waiting. But just as the sun was going down, off in the distance, 9 A-10C fighter jets begin their descent for landing. Nothing new for Osan Air Base, but these guys aren't Mustangs.
This will be the first time that A-10s with shark teeth on the front will be flying in Korea.
They're called the Tiger Sharks, the 75th Fighter Squadron attached to Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. Once these pilots settle in, they can start their 6-month deployment. 250 airmen are deployed to support the expeditionary unit. 7th Air Force Commander Lieutenant General John Mark Juhaus said in an earlier statement, "This deployment will enhance our combat capabilities and provide a strong deterrent, ensuring peace and stability for the Republic of Korea." But this deployment is not just for combat readiness.
Primarily, on a routine basis, we'll also be doing some forward air controller airborne missions, as well as some combat search and rescue missions.
But this pilot says it comes down to one overall factor:
showing our friends in the Pacific that we're here and we're willing to help them regardless of what happens.
Air Force Staff Sergeant Lucas Morrow, Osan Air Base, Korea.
The 75th Fighter Wing was first activated in the Burma theater during World War II. Shoot, move, and communicate is one of the first things we hear during basic combat training. Army Sergeant David Meyer explains how one field artillery unit uses the concepts to successfully complete their mission.
When the call for artillery fire comes in, Private First Class Benjamin Schuster relies on solid communication before his team sends rounds downrange.
My job is to do the record of fire and communicate with the observers and let them know when we're shooting, what we've shot, and they call back and let us know that it's all observed safe.
Safe shooting is the goal, but his squad leader says the 19-year-old field artillery soldier has a few more things to worry about.
He's able to keep up and keep traffic coordinated with the observers, the rock LNO, the guns, and to coordinate all that as a POC is a lot of work.
Keeping the rounds hitting their target requires a lot of work. And since this is joint training with Korean soldiers, communication becomes even more important.
At first it was kind of hectic, but then we got the hang of things and everything went pretty smooth.
With everything running smooth, more than 100 rounds safely hit their target by the end of this training day. Army Sergeant David Meyer, firing Point Delta, South Korea.
This was the first time in 20 years the ROK and U.S. Army artillery units had joint live fire training. The 2-1 Air Defense Artillery Battalion conducted a brigade-wide training exercise. Army Sergeant Matt Waymeyer takes us to a new training location for the battalion.
Kunsan Air Base is not the first place people might think of as the site for an Army field training exercise, or FTX. However, soldiers from the 2-1 Air Defense Artillery Battalion were there to practice with their missile systems.
A lot of stuff that we do in garrison is pretty challenged. Trying to get the training in, trying to get the things conducted. Being that we're out here away from garrison, we get more of a chance to dig down deep. You know, more opportunities to train and more time to train.
Being at Kunsan gives the unit time to focus on their mission.
One of the good aspects here is when we're on this site, it's full concentration on training. We don't have any other distractors, no other things soldiers have to go do. We're here to train.
The new location gives a twist to the training that some of the more senior soldiers like.
This is an interesting job. It gives me an opportunity to work with equipment that I've never really worked with in my career, and also it gives me an opportunity to work with some really great soldiers that I wouldn't have gotten a chance to work with otherwise.
And the newer soldiers received their post-basic training fundamentals.
It's just a good experience to get some hands-on, as if we were, out in the real world missions, wartime mission, just to get a feel for the equipment firsthand, get my hands on the equipment, get a better understanding of what we do.
The 2188 Battalion is based out of Camp Carroll, but trains across the peninsula. Army Sergeant Matt Waymeyer, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
The 2188 also practiced a decontamination site and validated their missile systems. Realistic training is necessary to keep airmen prepared for real-world threats. Airman Marvin Wigfall takes us to Kunsan Air Base, where the 8th Security Forces Squadron practices how to engage opposing forces.
Big Coyote. On a regular day, it's peaceful and scenic. But today, it's crawling with opposing forces, or OP4. It's up to the Assassins, a special security forces team, to get it back. The Assassins participated in training that pitted them against the OP4. The goal? Take back Big Coyote.
I used to have an office job. This is my second exercise actually out here in the field. It's good to get my boots on the ground, see how, everyone moves, shoot, move, and communicate. Just communication. That's the key to it all.
The opposing forces for these exercises are usually made up of other security forces members. But this time, 6 Kunsan Air Base First Sergeants filled the adversarial role.
Definitely a great opportunity for our security forces members to, again, just put into action all the things they've trained for and things they've done in the classroom.
At the end of the day, the Wolfpack defenders held their ground, eliminated the threat, and took back Big Coyote. Senior Airman Marvin Wigfall, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
Concerts can be a once-in-a-lifetime chance to hear your favorite singer perform live. Army Sergeant Jared Spinner attends an event honoring one of those talented performers.
Soldiers and family members on Yongsan got ready for the Lady Gaga concert in style at the first ever Lady Gaga pre-party.
We're here at the R&R Bar and Grill for a little pre-party. Command Sergeant Major Justice has a couple of tickets that he's going to be holding a drawing for, and a little while later we're going to have a best costume contest.
And Lady Gaga number 2? Right there. Last 2 tickets for Gaga right here.
Contestants had confidence in winning the free tickets.
Like this gut feeling that we're just gonna win, I feel like Lady Luck's like looking at me. She's shooting her darts at me and stuff.
The lucky winner was Jen Park.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Lady Gaga fans loaded the buses and headed to Seoul for a headlining concert. Army Sergeant Jared Spinner, Yongsan, Korea.
Lady Gaga finished her show in Korea and is wrapping up her Asia tour before heading to Australia. And finally tonight, DoD Education Activity Pacific schools are challenging their student skills of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Specialist Sarah Herring is at the Camp Humphreys Elementary School, where students are having fun demonstrating what they know.
S is for science, T is for technology, E is for engineering, and M is for mathematics.
Teachers in DoD Education Activity Pacific schools prepared activities and events for students during a week of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM.
This week we were starting STEM week, so today we were building a tower with paper and tape. We got to make the tower and let it stand up. We cannot use glue, that's cheating. Or put the tape on the floor and then glue it to the tower.
STEM exposes students to innovative engineering concepts at an early age, as well as STEM-oriented career opportunities.
It's different because we get to just build some stuff, and when we're done with our work, we have free time and just use our recyclables to build stuff.
Science is the one with the chemistry stuff. Technology has computers that are burning up.
Part of it is them understanding what science, technology, engineering, and math is all about. So many kids do not know. I mean, they do science in school, or they do math, and it just is boring when that's all you're doing is sitting there with a book. But when you start applying it, then it becomes fun.
DoDEA Pacific hopes that through STEM, students will have a higher level of understanding about science, technology, engineering, and math. Specialist Sarah Herring, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
This marks the first year that DoD is implementing STEM in their Pacific school districts. That was Year Round the Peninsula for Thursday, May 10th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.